going to look shorter without actually having to cut it.
This video is not sponsored.
You clicked on this video for one of two reasons. Reason number one, you cut your bangs too short and you don't like it and you need a time machine and this is the next best thing. Reason two, you want to cut bangs, but you're not sure if you really want to go all the way with it and cut them super short. Or reason number three, you don't have curly hair. You don't even have bangs. You don't even want bangs. You don't even have hair. In which case, hi Dad. I hope you're enjoying the video. I love you. Whatever your reason is, welcome. All you're going to need is a Denman brush. I'm gonna get things that we need a Denman brush. I'm sorry guys, my Denman brush has hair in it, so like, try not to look too closely. You are going to need two things. A Denman brush. And you're going to need a Denman brush, fine-tooth comb. That's what you're going to need. Let's start with those of you that want to make your bangs shorter. Oh, I should also say, yeah, this is for curly hair. If you have straight hair, there's not much I can do for you. One of the benefits of having curly hair is that it's flexible. You can like make it different lengths and do all kinds of stuff with it. So let's start with those of you that want to make your bangs appear shorter. They're long right now. You want to see them shorter. So for this, you're going to need the Denman brush. The Denman brush is great for encouraging shrinkage. If there's more shrinkage, if your hair is curlier, it's going to look shorter without actually having to cut it. Re-wet your hair. If it isn't already wet, you're going to spray with water, get it nice and damp. So what I like to do is, when I want my bangs to appear shorter, I take my Denman brush, point it up, and I curve it as I pull down. Now this curving effect is what's going to create that shrinkage. It's what's going to create like that tightening effect. Now at this point you may have a hump. I know I definitely get a hump when I do this. I do not like the hump. So what I do is I go back again with the Denman brush in the opposite direction. And instead of having teeth up, teeth are down, and I pull it down and then I curve it again. So by curving it up and curving it down, it kind of balances out and you get less of the hump happening. If you want it to be even shorter, you can go ahead and scrunch your bangs up if you need to. That is a good idea. If it's already like at a good length for you, then you can just leave it. I'll leave this up to your discretion. If you still have a hump at this point, all you need to do is just take your hair dryer and just dry it a little bit, the root pushing down to help minimize the hump. Or if you don't have time for that, you can just put a scarf or a headband over the hump and it'll help it to dry flat up here. Or you can wear a hat. This is what I like to do because usually when I restyle my bangs, it's because I need to leave the house soon. So I don't have time to mess around with the hair dryer. So I just put a hat on my head and this helps to flatten the hump. And the hump at this point doesn't even matter because I'm wearing a hat. This next styling option is for those of you who want the time machine. You cut your bangs too short, or you just want your bangs to grow out. This styling method is for you. You cannot completely reverse the bang chopping thing that you've done because, you know, we're not magicians. I'm not a genie. I'm just a woman. Can't help you reverse what you have done, but I can help your bangs look longer. For you guys, we are going to want to finger coil. So if your hair isn't already wet at this point, if you're refreshing, spray it with water, get it nice and wet, take your fine tooth comb and detangle it. I find that finger coiling works best when your hair is like perfectly detangled. And a fine tooth comb, I find, does the best job. And if you just happen to have a Denman brush, you can also use your Denman brush to smooth the cuticle. Smooth the cuticle this way, smooth the cuticle that way, nice smooth cuticle. The smoother the cuticle, the more lengthening. You're just going to go piece by piece, smoothing down the cuticle, then wrapping your finger around it and pulling it in whichever direction you want to style it. If you're doing side bangs, you pull it to the side. If you're doing curtain bangs, you pull it to either side. And you just keep going through until you've done all the pieces. So when I finger coil, I usually like to air dry, but it's totally up to you. If you want to dry it with a diffuser or a hair dryer, then go ahead. I personally like to just let it air dry because, you know, it's easier and I just like the way it looks when it hasn't been messed with. And you'll notice by doing this that you've gotten more length with your bangs. Woo! And depending on your hair texture, you may have a lot more length, you may have a little bit more length. Finger coiling usually gives me at least maybe like ½ an inch on my bangs, which can make a huge difference. If your bangs are up here and you just want to bring them down a little bit, you're now that much closer to having your bangs be at the length that you want them to be, or maybe you've gotten them to be the length that you wanted. I hope that whether you want to make your bangs shorter or want to make your bangs longer, that these styling tips can help you get the look that you want. I love you guys. guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.